What is up, guys? It's Jimbo here, and welcome to The Dawning. The Dawning is here for 2021 for Destiny 2, and I'm going to be going through some of the roles on the weapons and just a general overall guide on how to get some of the essence and the Dawning stuff. I'm not going to do a full guide and break it all down. I just wanted to talk about the weapons and what to go and chase. So, before we do that though, please make sure you hit that subscribe button, like the video, and turn on that notification bell. It really helps out the channel. So, the first thing you're going to do is pick up the quest for Ava Levante in the tower. You're going to go through all of the different quest steps. I'm not going to go through them right here, but essentially what you'll be doing is masterworking the oven via getting Dawning Essence, Dawning Spirit, and the different ingredients. These ingredients can be got by doing void kills, arc kills, just various different things, and there will be recipes on the cookies that are available to you, and I will put a infographic on the screen right now which was found on Twitter, and that will help you when it comes to finding out all the different recipes that you have so far. There are 2 new ones, but I believe it does tell you what you need to use in order to unlock them. What you then do is you turn the cookies into the different vendors around the space, and what you want to do is save the gifts in return, because what you can do is stack up a bunch of Dawning Spirit and then go and get the weapons that you want. So you can get the Zephyr and the Cold Front off one package, and you can also get the Avalanche and the Glacioclasm. Now, I'm going to go through the roles of those in just a moment, but I would not recommend doing that until you've got all of the upgrades. It's around about 160 Dawning Spirit to upgrade the oven to its entirety. And it also is worth noting to masterwork the oven as well before you start doing a lot of your stuff, mainly down to the fact that you'll be able to get a reduced amount when it comes to using your spirit and the amount of ingredients that you need in order to complete them. Another quick tip here as well is make sure you have the Starfarer Ship on, which will give you an additional Dawning Spirit when you get ingredients as well, which is fantastic. So let's jump into the roles and see what's good and or bad. So first of all, if we're going to talk about the Cold Front, I personally think this is going to be one of the most disgusting SMGs to get in the primary slot, mainly for 2 reasons. This season, or this Dawning event, they have added subsistence to the loot pool on it, and they've also have Rampage or One for All, so you can get 35% on it, but you can also get Rampage and also Swashbuckler and Surrounded on it. But that's my personal role for this. I'm going to be going with Subsistence and Rampage with maybe Extended Mag or Accurized Rounds for a little bit of range, maybe even, Fluted Barrel, that type of thing. But this thing is going to be crazy. It's a 750 RPM with the Cold Front. It's very nice to use. Hasn't got too much of a problem when it comes to recoil deviation. And for an SMG in the kinetic slot with Subsistence, this thing goes from being just okay with having surplus on it, with now having Subsistence makes it even better with 3 different damage perks. One for All, Swashbuckler, Surrounded, and Rampage. This thing is an absolute monster. If we move into the Avalanche is a solar 450 RPM LMG. And the perk selection on this, it also has Subsistence this time round and also Adrenaline Junkie. Now, this is cool because I think this one will have a place. I don't think this is going to be one of the best solar LMGs that you can get in the game, but you can get auto-loading holster on this, Subsistence, and Outlaw for your PvE needs in the first slot. You can also get Swashbuckler, Vorpal Weapon, Dragonfly, and Adrenaline Junkie. So Adrenaline Junkie is a 33% increase. Dragonfly gives you precision kills, will create elemental damage, so just explosions. Vorpal will be good against bosses, and then Swashbuckler is very much the same as Adrenaline Junkie. My personal role for this would probably be auto-loading holster and Adrenaline Junkie, or auto-loading holster and Swashbuckler, or likewise you could go with Subsistence, Swashbuckler, or Adrenaline Junkie, purely based on the fact that this is going to be more of an ad-clear weapon. You're not going to be using this to burn down bosses. It's going to be just there to shred through certain enemies. Outlaw is okay, but I wouldn't really recommend it on here. Then we have the Glacioclasm. Now, the Glacioclasm is a fusion rifle that has a 1,000 RPM charge time with 5 in the magazine. if you get the right perk, I believe it is ionized battery or enhanced battery. This will give you 1 extra in the magazine. Then you can also put backup mag on as well, and this will give you 8 in the magazine, which is pretty nuts. But then when it comes to the PvE perks, there's not too many that you would go for. You know, there's subsistence and threat detector, which would probably be decent or not. There's slide shot as well, which could be very useful as well. And then in the right-hand column, you definitely want to go for high impact reserves here, because I think it's a little bit better than reservoir burst. If you want a reservoir burst one, just go and use the null composure. It's 10 times better than this fusion rifle. But, you know, you got Swashbuckler on here as well, and Demolitionist. So my personal role will probably be Threat Detector or Slide Shot with high impact reserves, or Swashbuckler, or even Demolitionist to help with that reload. So if I got Demolitionist on this, I'd probably go with like Threat Detector or Subsistence. It's a bit of a weird weapon. And it doesn't really fall into much stuff outside of this season, purely based on the fact that it's 1,000 charge time and won't get as much damage out as the Cartesian Coordinate or the Null Composure. So there you have it, guys. There's the full roles for the different weapons when it comes to the Dawning event. Hopefully this has been pretty helpful. Go out there and do a lot of this as well. It is useful to note that if you do a lot of the gifts and you just turn them in, you do have a chance of the weapons dropping as well. But also on top of that, you have the chance of enhancement cores dropping, which is really good. Different materials from the planets. I believe you can get enhancement prisms at times, and also legendary gear as well. So it's just really good to do a lot of this right now, so you can get a bunch of materials if you are low on them. But that's pretty much it, guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If it's been helpful, make sure you like on it, subscribe if you are new, turn on that notification bell, and as always, this has been It's Jimbo, and I'll see you guys next time.